meron nang balita na lumalabas na posibleng may warrant na kay ito si Senator Bato de la Rosa na susunod na kay dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte. Ang isang tanong na umiikot, paano yung magiging process for the ICC to acquire jurisdiction over his person? Kasi si dating Pangulong Duterte sinurrender, 'di ba? Directly. He flew in from Hong Kong mula Villamor, diretso na siyang nilipad sa The Hague, 'di ba?
Right.
So ang question ngayon, ganun ba rin ba mangyari kay Bato? Kasi ang dumalabas sa debate ngayon, does he need to go through yung extradition proceedings? Or, gaya ng sinabi nung isang araw lang ng DOJ, can he be surrendered directly? Invoking yung provisions ng Republic Act 9851. Kayo, anong tingin nyo dito?
Okay. Ang position ko po, para sa akin, malinaw na yung rules on extradition na recently enacted or promulgated ng Supreme Court, hindi yan applicable dyan.
Okay.
Kasi, hindi natin pinag-uusapan dito ang isang extradition treaty between two states.
Tama.
Ang ICC ay hindi state. Siya ay isang international tribunal.
Tama.
And what we're talking here is an arrest warrant, an international warrant from an international tribunal. Tapos yung SC rules on extradition, it's anchored, of course, the governing law is PD 1069.
Yes.
So ini-implement lang niya yung PD 1069 kasi yun ang basic law on extradition. And yung PD 1069 talks only about yung
extradition treaties. Tama.
Extradition treaties, and extradition treaties are entered into between two states.
Tama.
Diba? At merong requesting foreign state.
Tama.
Wala namang requesting foreign state dito. And then yung crime is supposed to be committed in another foreign country.
Tama.
And that's why the foreign state with which meron tayong extradition treaty, magre-request ng extradition.
Tama.
Hindi po gano'n ang senaryo dito, malinaw. Meron isang international court na merong malinaw na jurisdiction over the crime against humanity. Nag-issue ng warrant of arrest. Malinaw din na that's part of it's the valid exercise of its jurisdiction. Now, katulad nung ginawa dun sa pag-aresto ka sa dating Pangulo, ang inaasahan natin dito ay yung kukunin uli o magpapatulong uli, magkukuha ng assistance from the Interpol.
Yes.
And since we are a member of the Interpol, kaya tayo nag-cooperate. And dapat ganun uli ang gawin ng ating gobyerno. Pero curious tayo ngayon, ganun ba talaga ang gagawin ngayon ng gobyerno? Would it have the same level and the spirit of cooperation as it showed or expressed and demonstrated dun sa pag-aresto sa dating Pangulo? Baka iba na ngayon. Kasi bakit meron na kaagad ganong statement? For example, si ES Bersamin na not so fast kasi meron ng rules on extradition na, ewan ko, baka hindi pa niya kaagad nabasa.
Diba
yung
Chief Justice
rules on extradition when he made that pronouncement. Di ba? Yung ganon. And then, kung magiging batayan din natin yung nangyari dun sa whole impeachment thing, na bakit ganon ang nangyari? Yung sa impeachment kay VP Sara Duterte, na nakita natin na parang malabnaw yung palasyo. Of course, it's not expected to really interfere kasi nga supposedly independent, co-equal. Pero in reality, hindi naman natin naaasahan ang palasyo totally. Wala talagang kinalaman pagdating sa mga impeachment. Kasi kung ang lang naman ng palasyo is what we expected from them is to say something about the imperative need for truth and accountability.
Tama.
Di ba yung ganon? Pero wala man lang silang ganon. Anong nakita natin? Urong-sulong si BBM. So baka sana hindi ganyan uli ang mangyayari dito ngayon sa pag-aresto kay Senator Bato. And then si Senator Bato, nasaan na siya?
Ayun nga.
2 araw na siya no-show.
Parang si Carmen Sandiego, may hanapin natin, no, where in the world is Bato de la Rosa. But Laila, let me just ask you one question. Let's go beyond legal, no. What happened in the first ICC arrest to President Duterte, the aftermath of that didn't sit well with the people, no, based on the survey results, no. Parang after that arrest, ang survey showed that the people were not happy with the manner by which President Duterte was arrested. Kaya is it possible, because of that survey, baka they'll learn that lesson na let's not do it the way that we did it before? Would that be a possible consideration? But by a process of elimination also, because there are only 2 ways, extradition or surrender, they should do the thing that they did with President Duterte, that is to surrender. But because of the numbers, the poll numbers of President Marcos, which really bumagsak talaga, sa tingin mo ba gagawin ulit ng Marcos administration na isurrender si Senator Bato de la Rosa? Wala si Laila.
Well, dapat gawin uli.
Okay.
Pero there is always, pwedeng maging siya ngayon, maging hesitant siya ngayon. But in the first place, yung tungkol sa numero, na maraming parang it did not, sabi mo nga Edwin kanina, it did not sit well. Alam nyo, ganun, may kasalanan pa rin uli yung Malacanang dyan or the executive department. Dahil nga, natabunan sila nung disinformation na naman.
Yeah.
O yung false narrative or wrong narrative na kinidnap eh. Anong kidnapping? Hindi kasi naging preparado. Naging preparado sa aresto dahil nga abangan, 'di ba? Kasi halata naman na naging preparado sa pag-aresto eh. Kasi nga pagdating galing ng Hong Kong, inabangan na kaagad sa airport. So that means na hinandaan talaga nila. Ang hindi nila hinandaan yung sa com side. 'Di ba?
Yes,
yung paano explain lahat 'yon.
Yeah.
Na natabunan ng propaganda about kinidnap. So that's illegal, that's unlawful arrest. There's illegal or unlawful rendition. Di ba yung mga walang sagot doon yung Malacanang, wala sila, they did not launch any appropriate communication drive in that respect. So yun ang pero yun nga, as I said earlier, tingnan natin, we're curious, would they have the same level of cooperation with the ICC through the Interpol?
So in other words, Laila, ano lang yan? So it's a comms, Laila, it's a comms issue lang talaga. So legally they were correct. So now maybe itong second time kay Bato, dapat make sure that their comms preparation framework on the arrest of Bato de la Rosa should prevail over
dapat ma-explain.
Baka sabihin kidnapping ulit, di ba? So
correct, ma-explain yan na valid lahat yan.
I agree 100%. Di ba? Parang kahit nasabihin na nating solid yung legal basis, at nag-agree ako kay Sen Laila na nandun naman yung legal basis for surrender.
Right.
Under our own laws. Kailangan, sasabayan mo yun ng information drive para mapaliwanag na ito yung legal, ito yung ginawa natin, hindi ito may kasamang paglabag ng karapatan ni Numan.
Lesson yun.
Lesson yun for them.
So dapat yung comms aspect nila, better make sure that you fortify your comms, your communications.
Yes.
Wow. Last question na lang sa puntong ito, Sen Laila, bago tayo magpunta sa topic number 2. Isa kasing umikot din the last few days, baka daw magtago sa Senate
Oo nga pala.
si Senator Bato. Kayo uniquely positioned to actually comment on that dahil na-experience yung first hand yan. So, anong tingin nyo dito sa na to?
Okay, unang-una, hindi ako nagtago sa Senado.
Eksakto!
And then, although I must clarify, in fairness, I must clarify also na hindi ko naman mai-invoke yung immunity. Kasi yung crimes na charge ako, for which I was charged, kasi ang sa immunity, yung not more than
6 years.
6 years.
Tama.
Di ba yung mga charge sa akin, drug cases.
Yeah.
So mga life imprisonment yung imposable penalty. Now ito naman pero itong kay Senator De La Rosa, crimes against humanity yan eh. So grave offenses din yan eh. So how can that be justifiable under the constitutional yung immunity na accorded to members of Congress while it's in session.
Tama.
Di ba? Ang sinasabi lang naman sa provision na yan is hindi pwedeng arestuhin ang isang miyembro ng Kongreso habang in session for a crime yung imposable penalty is not exceeding
6 years.
6 years. Ano ba yung crime na kinakaharap ni Senator Bato? Although wala pa naman talagang warrant of arrest na yan eh. So he's now being formally indicted there. Crimes against humanity.
Tama.
Di ba?
Yeah.
Crime of murder as a crime against humanity.
Tama.
That cannot be a minor offense, and then that cannot be just imposable by less than 6 years. So pwede ba niyang i-invoke yan? And even assuming na pwede, hindi naman indefinite.
Tama.
Hindi naman pwedeng magtago na lang siya magtago o sisik sanctuary. Kasi nga, in session lang. Kung mag-break na, mag-recess na, like the mag-break na yan, the recess.
Yeah.
Hindi na pwede. Pwede na siyang arrestuhin. Pero ang pinaka dapat ay sumurrender na lang siya. Ano ba?
Tama. Di ba? Sila
Kaya
naman nagsasabi dati kung walang kasalanan.
Temo na, Barry. Isama na rin natin si Robin Hood Padilla kasi sabi niya kung makulong si Bato, sasama siya eh. Di 2-in-1 tayo.
Hindi, pero, di ba?
Ang problema sa kanila, puro lang sila mga ganon.
Yun nga eh. Ang tapang eh. Di ba? Di harapin. Ako nga, gusto kong balikan lang yung sinabi ni Sen Laila. Nung siya, kahit na alam naman nating lahat at napatunayan eventually na trumped up yung mga charges, hinarap niya. Hindi siya nagtago. Di ba? Yun naman yun eh.
Tama yun.
So, be man enough to confront your charges.
Exactly.
Be woman enough,
Diba?
like Laila
What's
de
the
Lima.
point?
But wait, I have a
Be
question.
woman enough.
Yes, law professor ka, is there such a thing as crime against humanity? In the Penal
Yes!
Code?
Republic Act 9851.
Na as special law?
Yes.
Not part of RPC, revised
Yes,
Penal Code.
it's a
Okay.
special law.
Sorry patagal na ako nag-aaral lang. Ito po ay criminal law professor.
9851.
Yeah. It's the IHL law,
Oh, yeah, right.
which actually substantially
Nauna pa nga yung
reproduces... Yeah. It substantially reproduces
Nauna
yung
pa nga
provisions
yung
ng Rome Statute.
1959, di ba?
Yeah, tama.
Bari, nauna pa nga yung... Pero nauna nga naging batas before ma-ratify
Exactly.
natin yung Rome Statute.
Tama,
Diba?
Senlay. Tama. Tama.
Now I know.
Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Di ba?
Tama.
Mas nauna pa nga na naging batas yung RA 9851 Rome Statute
Tama.
ng Senado.
Tama.
Good.
Okay. So,
Di ba? Oh.